Welcome back to Fix It with Feng Shui Q&A, where I answer your Feng Shui questions. So if you have a question, ask it in the comments below, DM me on Instagram, email me jill@jill@they.com and ask your Feng Shui question. I'll answer it on a future episode. So today's question came from a viewer who was like, these Feng Shui crystals, like, tell me what I need to do with them. I think I have front back door alignment. I know that they're used in certain other areas, but like, tell me more. So a Feng Shui crystal is like the disco ball for energy, and I have one here. Okay, so this is a Feng Shui crystal. Okay, there's different sizes. This is a 30 millimeter Feng Shui crystal. So this is kind of the most common size to use in your home. It is like the disco ball for energy because you can see that there's many, many facets on it. And this is important when you're buying a Feng Shui crystal, to get one with many facets, but it helps move the energy around. So one of my first reels that I did, if you're not following me on Instagram, you should, because there is like a major amount of Feng Shui tips over there in reels that you are definitely going to want to know about. But one of the first ones I did was something called front back door alignment. And if you have this in your home, it means that money flows in and money flows out quite quickly. So when you're standing in your front door, if you can look through your house and directly across from you from the front door is a back door leading out to the backyard or the back alley or whatever, it means you have front back door alignment, or maybe it's like the balcony door out your apartment. And what happens is the energy rushes in, because the energy comes in through the mouth of Qi in Feng Shui, the front door, and then it just like barrels down the hallway, right, or the open space to the back door and like flows out. You don't want that. So if you have front back door alignment, what you want to do is you want to hang a crystal or two, depending on how long it is, in from your ceiling, midway between the doors. So I have a fairly long hallway, so I have it here. So I actually have two crystals, and I actually used 40 millimeter crystals. So if you have very tall ceilings or a very large space, what you want to do is you want to add a 40 millimeter or 50 millimeter crystal. Otherwise, you can use a 30 millimeter for this. And you put one kind of halfway between the two doors, or put two, like at a third and a third. So what they're going to do is this disco ball for energy is going to distribute that energy so it doesn't just flow into the house and flow out of the house. Okay, so that's one way to use the Feng Shui crystal. The other way to use the Feng Shui crystal is if you have something called a poison arrow corner. And that is when like a corner of a wall meets and it creates like that, pointed thing that comes towards you. I actually have one here. I'm going to turn you so you can see. Do you see this corner right here between the piano and the water fountain? That's actually a poison arrow corner. And the reason why it's a poison arrow corner is because it actually is directed right where I'm sitting at the desk. And so you might have some of these corners in your home, but unless it's one that's directed right towards somebody sitting, like your table or where you stand a lot, or like me, in my office, it's really like literally pointing right at me when I sit here. You're gonna wanna cure that poison arrow corner. So how do you do that? You hang a crystal in front of the corner. So you, up in the ceiling, put a little, hook or use a tack, and about 1 or 2, I'm just looking at what I did up there, 1 or 2 inches from the corner, you're gonna hang the crystal so it hangs in front of the corner, okay? Up at the top, and what it does is it disperses that energy, because that energy comes barreling off of that and towards you. So it's called a poison arrow corner. I have one in my bedroom as well. So if you actually look through my reels, you're gonna find a couple reels about that too. But you want to look around and go, where are some poison arrow corners in my home? Look in your sitting areas, look in your bedroom, look in your office, look where you stand in the kitchen, and make sure there isn't a poison arrow corner. Because sometimes in those spots, people will find they get headaches, there's communication issues, they get really tired, and so you use the crystal to disperse that energy. It's one way to deal with a poison arrow corner. The other place that you want Feng Shui crystals in your home is above any desk. And so I have a light right above here, and I have a crystal hanging down from that. Adds to clarity of thought, making sure keeping your energy flowing while you're sitting at your desk. So you want that in your office, in any bedrooms that have desks too. That said, you also want a crystal in each bedroom to keep the energy flowing. So you try to hang it as close to the center of the room as possible. Sometimes that's from the light fixture, or as close to it as you can. Or if there is a desk in the room, then I would hang it above the desk, and that would be good. You don't need 2 crystals in the area then, because the room's, a crystal, 30 millimeter crystal is gonna make the energy flow. Okay, so you're adding them to the bedrooms. You're looking for poison arrow corners if you have front back door alignment. And then the other place to use Feng Shui crystals is in any bathrooms without windows. And so why do you do this? Well, a room without a window doesn't have good energy flow, but we know when we lay the Bagwell map on the main floor footprint of our home that that bathroom falls into some part of our life. So we need to make sure the energy is flowing in that area. And bathrooms also have like a ton of rushing down energy, so you're wanting to counterbalance that. So hanging a crystal from the ceiling in the middle, or like I have one hanging off the light fixture again, keeps the energy flowing in those rooms. So those are the places that you begin with to use Feng Shui crystals. Oh, here's a big one. If in your primary bedroom, which is the second love energy area in your home, if you have a door leading to the outside, so to a deck or to a patio, it represents love leaving the relationship. You need to hang a Feng Shui crystal in front of that door. So let's say in your bedroom you have a poison arrow corner, you want to cure that, and you have a door leading out, you want to cure that. So you're going to have two crystals. In that case, and you won't put one in the center of the room because you don't need it, but you want that crystal hung about 3 or 4 inches in front of that door from the ceiling. And they don't have to be hung, like these particular chains are quite long, but you can use 3, 6, or 9 inches is usually kind of the way that you'll hang a crystal from the ceiling. Traditionally, you would use red string. I like to use fishing line because then you can't see them. Like people don't even notice that the crystals are in our house. These ones came with these nice silver chains, so they're also nice. They're really long though, so you don't need it to be this long hanging from the ceiling. And so you're just hanging the crystals with the intention in mind of what you want. So when you're hanging them over desks, you want to have clarity of thought. When you're hanging them in a bedroom or a bathroom, you're asking for a peaceful flow of energy. When you're hanging them in front of the door that's leaving the bedroom, you're asking for the love energy to retain and stay in your space. In front of a poison area corner, you're just doing it with the intention of dispersing that energy so it doesn't create that rushing energy towards whoever's sitting somewhere near there. So that's how you use Feng Shui crystals in your home. Now, purchasing Feng Shui crystals, what you want to do is you want to make sure they're glass and that they have many, many facets, because that's how the energy gets flowing. So you want a decent quality Feng Shui crystal. If you want to know where I get mine, just put crystal in the comments below, and I'll give you a couple different links of what somebody I always use and then how I've sourced some as well. But you definitely want a good quality crystal, that's important. And then sometimes crystals come in different colors. So if you've laid the Bagwell map on the footprint of your home and you know that maybe your bedroom is in the back right corner of your home in the relationship area, you might want to use one of the beautiful pink crystals. So you can definitely use the color in the certain area that it aligns with the Bagwell map. If you've not laid the Bagwell map on the main floor footprint of your home, it's time to do that. My Feng Shui 123 guide will help you do that. I will put the link below, but also put guide if you want that link as well. So Feng Shui crystals are a great way to get the energy flowing in your space. They can also be used in spaces that collect a lot of clutter. So I find in our craft room upstairs, it kind of gets a little out of control. So I actually hung a crystal in there, and I find that now it doesn't get as messy as it did, because it helps just keep the energy flowing. So there's lots of ways to use Feng Shui crystals as a cure to keep the energy flowing in your home, to get the energy flowing in your life. So if you have any questions, be sure to ask them below. If you want the information with the crystals, put crystal, and if you're ready to Feng Shui your main floor, put the word guide, and I'll send you the link for the Feng Shui 123 guidebook too. So here's to getting the energy flowing in your home, to get the energy flowing in your life, and to creating more of what it is you truly want.